the video as well. How come I can never see a little red dot showing that's recording? Oh, there it is. It is there. All right. Please follow along. Create new. Print.
Wait, new file.
Inches.
Print.
Now, make sure this is like this, right? You shouldn't have to be typing anything. If you select print, all you do is select inches. You should not be changing these numbers. If you were in there typing these numbers, then you're doing it wrong.
Where are you going to get that drop down?
Close. Create new. Print right up here at the top. All right. All you have to do now is go over here to the side and change it from points to inches because it's defaulted to points. That's it. You don't have to type the numbers in. Monito up or portrait right there. If you chose print, it's already in CMYK mode. If you see the advanced options, you don't have to choose that. You shouldn't change any of these things here. All right. Everybody good? I actually chose the wrong one. I did. We want this one. Sorry. We want Monito sideways. So do that again. Close it. Sorry. I messed up. Letter. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Start over?
Yes.
Just switch to the one.
Yeah, it's sideways. Oh, if you do it that way, if you're doing it like that, that's fine. But most of us are going to do it this way. Sorry. So print, inches, Monito down, Monito sideways. All right. Landscape, Monito sideways. Create. Yes. I messed up the first one. Okay. Don't get confused. All right. Jorge's got it. Everybody's got it. All right. We need layers. We need layers. We need rulers. And we need our basic toolbar with the shapes. So I'm closing all these. Command R. Command R. All right. Changing that. All right. Layers. Your toolbar with the basic drawing shapes.
How do I do the toolbar?
It should be there. If you don't see it, go to Window, Toolbars, Advanced, right here. Window, Toolbars, Advanced. Okay, this is just one way of doing this, but I do it this way, the old school way, so people truly understand what you're doing. What's going on? All right. You got to remind me to go get one of those brand new rolls of
I'm stuck in the toolbar.
rolls of TV.
What about it?
You already have it.
Oh, I pull it?
Just have it ready. Just have it available out. You got it? Okay. Now you did know, guys, on the toolbar, there's these two little arrow tabs right there. If you click on them, it makes it closer. The projector moved on me here. Hold on. Let me move the projector. How many guys are good at math? How many guys know fractions? How many guys know fractions? How many guys love fractions?
No.
How many guys love decimal points?
Yeah, myself.
All right, so right now we're going to cover some of the most basic math you ever have to know in graphic design when it comes to print, right? Anything we print. So it's going to be pretty simple, right? We will have a whole lesson later on measuring. I hate to do that, but you'd be amazed how many people don't know how to use a ruler the right way. And I know a lot of people say, why are we still using the English measurements here? I don't know either. I like to use metric. It's a lot more accurate, easier, but we still have to cover that. All right. So first step. So if we said this 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper is basically our card, right? Would you guys agree that maybe right down the middle is where the fold is going to be? Yeah. Okay. How do we find out where the center of this paper is? It's not 11 divided by 2. I'm sorry. Command R, ruler. Okay. If you don't have the rulers out, you need to have them. Now you guys ready? I'm going to show you an old school way that's very visual, especially for people in here who are very visual. You guys ready? Zoom out like this. Have yours zoomed out like this. Janet, have yours zoomed out like this. Janet already drew something down the middle, a guide. How she got it, I don't know, but I'll show you what my way. So if you listen, guys, if you have under view and you go to smart guides, make sure you have that one on smart guides. So view, smart guides, make sure it's on. Smart guides on or command U. Also, let's go to our preferences in Illustrator. Go to Illustrator, preferences, general. We always want to make sure we have scale corners and scale strokes and effects on, those two. Illustrator, Illustrator, preferences, general. It's okay. Right there. Scale corners and scale strokes and effects. Anybody know what that means? Yeah. Yes. Believe it or not, this works also when we're doing stickers. If you didn't have these on and you had already done your cut line and then you try to make a bigger one or a smaller one, that's why the cut line would change from 0.25 to 0.013, or it would go higher, right? Because you want your stroke to stay the size that you made it, or you want your roundness of your rounded rectangle to stay the same radius, okay? So make sure those are always on. There's very rarely a time when you want those off. I've never, in the 20-some years I've been using Illustrator, have ever needed to take those off, all right? Everybody got that? Alan, you good?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, now remember you had those smart guides, right? Now, sometimes you can get lucky enough and you kind of drag and you'll see that it'll say center. Mine's not doing it. Okay, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, well, watch what we're gonna do. Layer one, we're gonna call it guides or guides in Spanish. That's not how you call guides in Spanish. Yes. Yeah. Guides. Name it guides. Guides. Name it guides. Get it? Oh, we didn't turn on the Michael Jackson. Yes. Oh no, I didn't. No. Did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. No, I did. I did. I did.
I don't know if he did. I think he did.
Yes, I even counted Daniel. Yes.
Well, it doesn't let me rename it. It's stupid thing. Oh my god.
You gotta
I
double
am.
click it. No, you're not. Right on the word layer.
I am.
We're just called guide. We're just guide.
Yes, I think this guy.
Got it.
Weird gear. I had to stop running weird gear. Hey, your dad's bad.
That'd be your
Download
Why did it get weird?
I don't know.
Did you get it?
Baby potato.
Did you get it?
Yeah, but mine's. We're gonna hee all over.
Hello?
Gonna pull
No,
him.
no, no, no.
Break her landscape.
Dude, look at
You're gonna
you.
pull a Michael Jackson and create a fantasy match.
I'm gonna borrow your fucking.
He's gonna get a documentary.
No. Yeah.
Mine's
You
Michael
can do
Jackson
that.
after he died.
You can like transplant.
Yeah.
Mine's not that. I'm not gonna read off of that. I'm done. 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. Because it's just gonna get worse. Mine's dead.
All right. Okay, guys, listen up. All right, so we're on the guides layer. Yes? Okay, watch what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a rectangle shape from your rectangle. Pick a nice bright red, fill only, no stroke.
Yeah.
No stroke. How can I be going too fast? Go to your colors.
Oh my god.
Select the rectangle tool right there. Rectangle tool. It's 'cause you're not paying attention. You go down to the bottom of your toolbar. Let me put this way, right there. And you choose, you double click here, you choose a nice red, bright red, say okay, no stroke.
How do you get, okay, that.
Good.
Okay.
You zoom back out and you get the rectangle tool and you go up to the corner and you'll see that it'll say intersect in purple if you have your got your smart guides on. If you don't, you kind of get near there and it almost like if it snaps on there and you're going to drag down
Mine's a perfect square.
all the way to the bottom. You should not be holding shift or anything. Let me do that up here. Look it up here. Click and drag. It's okay. Try this. And you'll even see at the bottom, when you first draw this, it'll actually tell you the size. If it snaps right in there, if you did it the right size, mine actually says 11 by 8.5. And you let go. How do we lock an item or picture or group? Command 2 now. Make sure you lock it. Everybody do that?
Wait, you lost the thread?
Actually, you're not supposed to lock it. Command Z. I messed up. You're supposed to be able to select it. So do not lock it. I'm sorry. My bad. I've only done this like a million times. All right, everybody there? Do not lock it. You should be able to select it. All right, all I did on mine was Command Z, set that, and it undid that. All right, now watch our rulers. You're gonna go up to the rulers, and I see the number 4 on mine. I'm gonna click like almost right on the floor, click and hold right on it, and start dragging in one motion, and you'll see a tiny little dot matrix line show up, and then you bring it, and it'll say center, and you let go. Try that again. Make sure your rectangle is selected. I'm going over here. It can be right on the floor. It can be right inside the ruler. You click and hold and start dragging, and you'll see this little invisible dashed line, dotted line, and you keep dragging it. You don't let go. And right when you get to the point, it'll say center, and you let go.
Cool, excellent.
Cool? It's because you don't have your under view, your smart guides on. Now I'm gonna do it to the side.
No, wait, do the rule, wait, you do the part of the 4 pieces again.
Part of the what?
Got it into like 4 pieces, right?
I haven't done any 4 pieces.
Or how'd you do that?
You just drag down on your ruler.
It's inside. These guides live inside the rulers.
Wait,
Click and hold and drag on the side ruler and bring it over here.
Side ruler, bud.
Notice how I'm dragging it right on that point. And it says center. That's because you have to have the rectangle selected sometimes. Let's see if it does it without it selected. It might. Yeah, it does too. Yeah. Yeah, it's touchy, the whole guides thing. All right, everybody there? It should say center. Angel, you have to select the red square. See how mine is selected? Select it first. There you go. Now bring this. So right up. There you go. Did it say center? Did it say center? See? All right. Okay. All right. Everybody ready? Everyone looking? All right. So now we know the fold line right here. We actually call it in the print industry the gutter. Yeah, don't get in the gutter, man. Don't fall in the gutter. That's the gutter. Okay. Huh? Listen. So right now you have a visual of the center of these, right? So imagine you're opening up the card, right? We always design anything and print flat. It doesn't matter if it's a card. It doesn't matter if it's a box. If it's printed, we design it flat. So right now we're looking at the inside of the card or the outside of the card, depending what you want, right? Now, here's the most important part about any kind of math. There's other ways to do this. I'm just showing you because it's visual. Okay. Get rid of the rectangle, the red rectangle. Get rid of it. Delete it. Okay. Now you should have your guides, right? Now, please be advised, these guides, listen up because I'm going to ask people. They will never print. These guides will never print out. They're invisible to any printer. They're only visible to your eyes. Okay? they will not print. They're not a color. They look blue because we need to see them. And by the way, anybody know why they're blue?
Because all light is.
That side, it's the CMY something.
There's no way anyone in here could ever know this.
Like blue. It's beta.
You guys want to hear this? In the old days, before digital anything, if you were in the printing business, you used blue pencils, very light blue pencils that were a specific color. They're called non-reproducing blue. And in a photographic environment, the film couldn't pick it up. All right. So you could draw all over something with this pencil and it would not come out in the photo. So it was just visual for people. All right. That's why when they invented Illustrator and all the digital stuff for printing, they kept that to keep it like at least what do you call it? Relative to the old school stuff. All right. Okay. Now this is important. Everybody listen and watch. You can get in trouble if you go up to view and you go to guides. Here are all the controls for guides. You can hide them temporarily. If you do that, don't be afraid. You didn't delete them. Go to view, guides, show guides. There they are. Right? Now this one's important. Under guides, you can unlock them. Look at the command. You guys see it? I think that's Shift Command colon. Ah, yeah. Shift Command semicolon. If you unlock, this is what happens. So be careful. They are selectable and they are repeatable. Okay, Command D. But this happens a lot when you're trying to do something. Say I have, and I'm trying to do, and you don't have to do this. I'm just showing you. What if I grab this square and I'm trying to do a Command D, and I do that, and I end up copying all the guides too. So if that happens to you, it's because you didn't have the guides locked. What's cool about that too is if you have too many guides like this, and they're all locked, and you want to get rid of something, you just unlock them, you select them like if they were a vector, and you delete them. Cool? And I'm sorry, that was Option Command semicolon, not Shift. Option Command semicolon. I remember now that I do it. Everybody should try that. Option Command semicolon.
Option Command.
Semicolon. Yeah. Semicolon or colon. And that unlocks.
That's the two dots.
Isn't it shift?
Yes. It's Option Command on a Mac. I'm doing it right now. See, if I do Option Command colon, then they unlock. All right. Everybody got that? Okay. This is super important. In print, you do not want any text, any images on the very edge. I'm going to bring back my red square here. Let's do this. I'm going to do a background. You can follow along on this. Check this out. Background color. You can choose your own background color. New layer, background color. That's going to go under the guides. The guides is going to be your top layer always from now on. I'm going to do, let me do a light green background color. Rectangle. You can do your own color. No stroke, right? So if you were designing a card for Christmas and you want a green background, this is what you would do, right? It's all one color background. That'll translate to a green ink, right? On a printer, yes? And I'm gonna lock it. So colored background, look at my layers. I got guides on top, background, and I got a color, and I locked it.
Green Command semicolon.
No. Command 2, or you lock the whole layer. I locked the whole layer. Good, Jorge. That's good. Yeah. I just locked the whole layer. Now, in graphic design, in print, right? We typically do not want any text or imagery very close to the margins. Anybody know why? Yeah, not just that, they'll get close to the edge and they don't look right. It doesn't look well designed. Now, there are designs you can make where the print goes off the page. Say the background photo of a beautiful sunset goes off the page. Good, that's fine. But generally, you don't want anything too close to the edges. There are some rules. Typically, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch from the margins, from all four edges. All right. So I would ask you guys, how, if we know how to draw stuff in Illustrator, could we find out or create an object that is exactly 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch? How do we do that? Somebody tell me. You make it that size. Okay, excellent. Yes, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Very good. How about, does a computer know fractions? Can you type in 1/4? Can you type in 1/32? What does a computer know as far as numbers? Ah. Anybody know what 1/8 of an inch in decimal is? What is it? Close. Check. Huh? Huh? Excellent. 0.125. Or what's 1/4? 0.25, right? So we're gonna do either, whichever one you want. Check this out. Everybody looking? So I'm gonna zoom in. You gotta zoom in. What I do to my guides? Oh, I hid mine. We're gonna zoom into a corner, any corner. You guys watching? Yes? And I'm gonna unlock this. And I'm gonna click on the rectangle tool. I'm gonna type, and I'm gonna click. I'm gonna do 1/4 of an inch, 0.25 by 0.25. Yes? Again, there's quicker ways of doing this, but no, I didn't edit. I made a new one. You just click the screen, get the rectangle tool, click. Check it out. Everybody type that. 0.25, 0.25, no stroke. I'm almost done because I hear people getting sleepy. 0.25 by 0.25. That's 1/4 of an inch, right? Now watch this. I'm gonna grab it from the center and I'm gonna put it right here in the corner so it snaps into place. You guys looking? Look at how nice. Now, this is super important. Watch this. Here's something interesting about Illustrator not a lot of people know, and I try to teach it early on. If you're zoomed out, everybody looking? No, not just that. Look at this. Look at this. Wait. It's like if I told you, hey, go trace one of those printouts on the door to our classroom from your desk. How would you do that? It's impossible, right? Yes? Or you'd end up with something not very accurate. Would you guys agree? Yeah. So a lot of times when you're zoomed out in Illustrator and you try to do this and you say, oh, I'm gonna put this right there in the corner, right? And then I go look, oops, I moved it. And then I go look, check that out. It is not where it should be. Sometimes that happens, sometimes that doesn't. But from far away, man, that's right on the corner, Noble. I know it. And then you zoom in. And you're always going to hear me from now till you're no longer students here. I'm going to say, work close to your work. Get in there and look. There it is. That's the right way. Now, all right, everybody looking? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my rulers and I'm going to bring a guide and I'm going to snap one there. And I'm going to bring one, oops, from the other side. No, I don't want notes. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to bring the side one and I'm going to do that right here. You only have to do it on 2. Watch this. And then I move this guy to this corner and make it snap in place. And then I always like to check. Make sure it's there. We got just one more step after this. And I don't know if you guys have noticed too. Everybody looking? Look real quick. You can grab objects from the center or from a corner. Watch this. Don't click on the little circle, but you can grab it from a corner and that helps you snap it easier sometimes. All right. Guess what? Guides. I do that here. I do that here, and I should have all 4 sides just by doing 2. You don't have to do all 4 sides. So now we know where our margins are, and we can delete those. We don't want them. You don't want to leave them there because they'll print. So notice now we have a really nice guide that shows us where the middle of each panel of our card is, right? Horizontally. What's going on? Don't freak out about that, because say later that you want to center your artwork here, you know where the center is, right? Or some text.
The center of the house.
Yes, remember these are 2 halves. Yes, they are 8.5 by 5.5 each side, right? Remember, this is our either outside of our card or our inside of our card folded, but we design it flat. You don't design panel by panel, and you'll see. I gave you guys these samples the other day, right? That showed the cards. Where is it? Left. Where is it? Oh, this one. This is exactly what we're doing. Look at it. Right here. Right? This is exactly what we're doing.
Oh, I do that for screen frame.
Yes, we're designing it flat, right? Any card, pass that down. Everybody understands this is what we're doing. Pass that down. That's what we're doing. We're designing the inside all at once and the outside all at once. You do not do panel by panel. That's not the way it works. Okay? This is the print industry, how it works. All right, here's the last part. You guys ready? Now I'm gonna do some type, and I promise we'll be done right here. Text, and you're gonna start learning which panel is right. Text,
Where'd you go?
inner right panel. So this is my, and I like to do this, I'll name them, inner,
Oh, you're just setting up some stickers.
Oh, you just made a new layer?
yes, call it text.
Bro, I only have one layer so far.
Yeah, you only have one layer.
You shouldn't.
It's like four,
Really? 4 different layers?
now 3.
Look up there, guys.
I made a layer for the red one, the guides.
Uh-oh, we're losing Jorge. No, all right. It's a dark, it's a dark.
Mister, all the guys are supposed to be in the guides later, right?
Yes. Okay, now here's the last part. Everybody watching? I'm gonna save mine. You guys ready? Yes? All right. So say that I'm starting to design this, right? Everybody saw it? Okay. Watch this. Inner right panel image. Placed image. You don't have to do it, I'm just showing you. Shift Command P. I'm gonna place my awesome old Porsche my dad left me. Let's see. It's in here somewhere. Did I show you guys me as a little kid on a car? Oh, let me do that. Check that out. That's me when I was 3 years old.
Oh,
Look at that sports coat, man.
couple months ago?
Yeah, look at that car. That's in Juaritos. All right. So say I'm starting to put together my card and this is my first photo, right? Everybody watching? Yeah. And I scale it down. Maybe I do a nice clipping mask on it. Let's do a rounded rectangle. Oh, let's do a circle. All right, I'm doing a clipping mask. Command 7, right? Very nice. I do a little drop shadow. Cool. All right. Now my question to you guys is, I know where, oh, this color is very light. Let me make it darker. Okay, you guys see my guides, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is this panel, right? How do I know where the center is? I know where the center is up and down, right? If I wanted it there. Well, how do I know the center of this area right here? What do you guys think? What did I just show you? How do you find?
These guys.
Oh, yes, sir. I go back to my guides. Watch this. This is the last guide you need when you're creating a card like this. And you do half. Let me change the color so you can see what I'm talking about. No, no, no. So this whole inner right panel is 1/2, right? You see it? Yes. So this is the new center for that one. Boom, right there.
Oh, look at mine. Mine's a grid.
So I know this looks confusing and a lot of guides, but it really isn't, right? Because now I know that that's the center of my card right here, right? So when I print this, I know this picture is going to be directly centered down the middle.
It's basically just creating a grid.
Yes.
You want this for the notes?
Huh?
Smart?
Well, this is how we're gonna start creating our cards, yes. And then say I was doing a paragraph, where's paragraph, appearance. Can't find paragraph. A line, where's paragraph? Why can't I find it? Huh, attributes? No. All right. Does this kind of make sense? So if you really wanted to know the middle of this panel, you would do the same thing. Right? You would go to the halfway, right? This is 5.5 by 8.5. Like that. And then you would draw another guide. All right. Remember the color, unless you want the color, you delete it, and now you have all the guides. All right. The important one is the edge. We don't want stuff falling off of there. Cool. Everybody good? Look, I had hair then. How cute. I wish I knew where that car was. It's long gone, I'm sure. I actually have one, but it's in pieces. You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
It's a 1950s. It's probably a 57. MGA. It's a British car. Like that. Look how pretty. Well, this is the early 70s. You could have one. I'm sure my dad had it registered here. Ooh, that's pretty, huh?
Yeah.
It was on the left side of the.
No, it was an American version, not a right-hand drive. I have one of these that's just in parts, rusty parts. They're beautiful. Anyway, all right. So everybody understand? This is how you're going to set up your card. So this, for example, if I save this and I call save as, this is going to be inside card sample, inside card, AN. And here's what's cool. Inside card, boom. This same file, when you start off, I would save another one before you do a lot of layers and save as and call this outside. You're going to have an inside and an outside. Cool. And that way you don't have to do it twice. You already have the guides. Does that make sense, guys? So this will be the outside. So if I save the outside, I delete this stuff, right? I could do a nice gradient. I don't know, change the colors, right? This would be my outside, right? So technically right here, this would be the back of the card right here. Oops. So I would change this here. This is outer back. And this would literally be the cover. I know it's backwards, but this is the way you design in print. So that's the cover, right? It's like a book cover, same thing. This is the way you would design a book cover. You would do the whole outside on one file and the whole inside on another. Cool. Everybody got it? Yes? All right. Let's stop right here. You guys want to take the break early and then we'll finish up our sketches? I'm thirsty. I need somebody to go get me something.
I'll get you.
I'll go, Mr.
Yeah, let's go early. Let's go on break. Let me pause, stop this. Stop.